Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first video of Colony on its YouTube channel. This video will concern Colony's early stage feature that allows our community to be part of seed and private sales of early stage projects, an opportunity that was previously open to VCs and angel investors alone. For those who aren't familiar with our early stage feature and need a quick introduction, here we go. One of Colony's capital deployment strategies concerns investments in Avalanche early-stage projects and airdropping the project's tokens for free to the CLY stakers. So all one has to do is stake CLY and receive tokens from seed and private sales Colony invested in. The staker doesn't have to buy these tokens unlike IDOs and can claim them for free. This initial version, V1, of the early stage feature was a simple dashboard to effectively follow investments made by Colony and include mechanisms like voting, comments, ranking from the community on the entire process prior to receiving the airdrops, without possibility to directly invest in the early stage projects. But that changed. During the 3 months following the deployment of Colony, the early stage feature evolved into a much more complex mechanism, offering a higher value creation to the community. So, beyond the free airdrops received from Colony, the passive income, of course, the community will also be able to commit capital directly in seed and private sales of early stage projects if they want a higher involvement in these projects. Thanks to Colony, the average investor will have access to early-stage projects before IDOs and can take part in the funding process in its most opportune phases, seed and private rounds. So, in this video, we will get to know how the community will be able to see Avalanche ecosystem early-stage projects deal flow, analyze these projects, and invest directly in seed and private rounds. Since Colony is building an inclusive DAO fully on-chain, we're making sure that the community has the right set of tools to learn how to make thoughtful investments while following the same investment process as the VCs, meaning the community will learn the importance of due diligence, the long-term vision, and much more. Before we get into the details of the early stage feature and its different phases, I would like to remind you that this is Colony's landing page. And to access the app's features, such as receiving the free airdrops that you can see over here, and participating in the upcoming nests, meaning direct investments in private and seed rounds, etc., one must stake a minimum of 50 CLY for at least 20 days. Why 50 CLY? We wanted to make sure that Colony is as inclusive as possible. But of course, the higher amount of CLY you have and the longer you stake, the bigger are your rewards. The very first step of the early stage feature and an investment process is naturally the deal flow. On this page, the Colony community will be able to see the entire Avalanche deal flow of early stage projects. They can filter them by category, for example. As you can see, there is DApp, DeFi, GameFi, Launchpads, Metaverse, etc. by status as Colony certified, my nest, audited, and sort by most upvotes, for example. What the community needs to understand is that the mechanism behind this feature is the LP tokens that are called ANT tokens, as you can see them over here. The LP token called ANT is a representation of the user's CLY asset balance staked on Colony's protocol. 1 CLY equals 100 ANT tokens. The ANT token will mirror the CLY staked value, and this mechanism will allow users to manifest interest of investment, much like registration, by committing ANT tokens in nests. And the nests mean the seed and private investment pools. This will allow users after to commit USDC to receive seed and private sales allocation of these early stage projects. ANT tokens mirror your CLY stacked and have a USDC equivalent. So, the more CLY stacked, the more ANT tokens you can commit in the nests, the more USDC you can directly invest in a project, and of course, the higher you seed private allocation. Please keep in mind that there are a lot of mechanisms put in place for the anti-well mechanisms. So, Once you commit your USDC, you can of course redeem your own tokens to use them on other nests. So, for example, on the deal flow, what the community can do is check the projects, they can read about it, there is a short description, they can check their websites, their different socials, you can have Twitter, Telegram, Medium, and much more, the documentation such as the deck, the tokenomics, etc. They can submit a comment if they want. I'm gonna type in a comment over here, and they can upvote the projects, and they can open the nests if they want to commit their own tokens, which means I am interested in this project and I want to put afterwards a USDC equivalent of my own tokens. One thing to know about the nests is that actually they're only open if there are enough upvotes on the projects, as you can see here below. One more thing to add is that the community can actually submit projects that they know they are building on Avalanche, or they have the intention to build on Avalanche. So all they have to do is click on this button, Add Project, and they can submit the information of the concerned project over here. Name, website, social links, documentation, category, and they can add the project to Colony. After the deal flow, there comes the analysis phase. These two project cards that you can see moved from the deal flow to analysis after receiving enough upvotes, meaning that the community expressed a lot of interest in these two projects. The community will be able to see on the card normally at what dates the card shall move from, for example, the deal flow to analysis, and from analysis to investment committee. So, about the analysis phase. This due diligence phase is rather crucial. The CLY stakers participating in nests can evaluate the projects on different important criteria. On the card, the CLY stakers participating in these nests can find information on the projects such as a short description, their website, their social media, documentation such as tokenomics, tech, their roadmap, about their team, etc. The important criteria would be the product innovation, the development stage, the team, the investors and ecosystem partners, community and marketing, and of course the tokenomics. The scoring system goes from 1 to 5. 1, for example, for products and innovation, 1 would be no innovation, it's a copycat, a simple fork. 2 would be basic concept product. 3, it's an innovative product. 4, it's highly innovative with great use case. And 5 would be a first of its kind. For the development stage, 1 would be there's no product available at all. 4 would be there's a minimum viable product live. And 5, there is already a fully functional live product. For the team, for example, 4 would be team with experience related to both products and crypto. 5, you have a diversified team of experts with extensive network and relevant experience. Community and marketing, 1 would be it's a ghost, social presence non-existent, and 5 would be they have a strategic community and marketing in place. You have robust marketing campaigns, large community, and strong momentum. As for the tokenomics, 1 would be weak, non-existent token utility, non-relevant token distribution and vesting. 2 would be limited. There is a token utility. Token distribution and vesting can be improved. And 5 would be it's quite robust. There are smart tokenomics with mechanisms to maximize utility and align interests. So let's try to evaluate this project, for example. We'll give it a 4 for highly innovative. The development stage, we know that there is a testnet available. The team has experience related to the products, or the team has experience related to both product and crypto. And then, for the investors and the ecosystem partners, we know that they have meaningful partnerships and investors on board. Regarding their community and marketing, we know that it's rather medium. They have regular content shared, and there is a bit of community engagement already. As for their tokenomics, it would be a 4. There is a token utility, token distribution, and vesting are well thought. All we have to do after is confirm. And afterwards, I will be able to see the score that I actually gave to this project and the average score that all CLY stakers participating in nests and have submitted their analysis. Afterwards, you can click on Nests. And on the nest, you can still commit your own tokens if you want to show your interest in the project, or you can start already committing USDC in order to redeem your own tokens. The community can also add comments on the analysis phase, because of course at this stage they have even more information and they have a better understanding of the project's concept, the tokenomics behind it, their investors, the team, and of course the development stage. And they can keep on upvoting the projects. The third phase is the investment committee. As you can see, these two projects have been through the deal flow, then analysis, and now are on the investment committee. At this stage, the arbitration will happen between the amount raised in the nest and the project's need, which is Colony's initial raise target. In this case, there are two possibilities. The first case is if the USDC committed is higher than the raise target, Colony's core team can discuss a higher ticket size with the project for its community. The second case is if no agreement was done regarding a higher ticket size, Colony will redistribute the excess to the nest participants. At this stage, the community will be able to claim their USDC excess if needed. Please note that the calculations of the allocations will be done on-chain and automatically. When it comes to claiming the early stage tokens, following up the vesting schedule, etc., that will be possible on the very last stage of the investment process, called Colony's portfolio. On Colony's portfolio, the community will be able to see the projects that are part of Colony's portfolio. Let's check Dexalit, for example. The community can see Colony's tokens allocation, its current value, and the details regarding the vesting schedule. The Nest participants will be able to claim their early stage tokens, and thanks to what we call the liquid vesting solution, they can even trade their early stage vested tokens on Colony's protocol, and much more. There will be a dedicated video on the liquid vesting and the trading functionality that will be available on the app in the near future.